answer. I said, okay, Joe, what do you got a bye week? Are you going to go on a nice vacation, get this out of your head? And you said what? What is your bye week going to be?
Sit at home, sit on the couch, and watch some football. It's going to be a great week.
And by the way, and it was funny because I thought, if you'd have canceled today, I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. But literally, take me through the process. Game's over. You're going to probably watch some tape. Not your best Sunday. The process for you emotionally. Where are you at right now on that?
Yeah, obviously, right after the game, you're feeling pretty crappy. I didn't play very well. But then you watch the film, it's never as bad as it looks, and it's never as good as you think it was coming off the field. And something that I'm going through and learning, you just talked about it. In college, you lose a game, it's the end of the world. You're out of the playoff conversation, yada, yada, yada. In the NFL, you really have to stay even-keeled. You lose a game, it's not the end of the world. You got a bye week, regroup. We got 8 games left. We're right in the thick of it, 5-4. A lot of teams are 5-4.
Yeah.
We just got to come to practice and get ready to go.
It's interesting. And one of the things that, Joe, I never do, I never question play calling. I don't look at the tape. You're an expert. I'm a sports guy. There is a throw that NFL coaches ask quarterbacks to make. I've never liked it. I've never liked it because I think it's a hard throw to make. And I'm not making excuses for anybody, but the Denzel Ward play, I don't love that. Denzel's excellent. There's a tiny window. By the way, if he makes a great play and jumps it, it's over. And that's obviously a play you've made. I've watched you make it a dozen times. But in a situation like that, you're obviously comfortable with that throw. When you let go of that ball, is your takeaway, I hit this in practice all week? Or am I overstating how dangerous that throw is?
No, I think you're overstating how dangerous that throw is. I think that the windows in the NFL are like that a lot, and I just missed it inside. And if I felt like he was going to make the play, I should have moved on to my next progression. That's one you live and you learn from. And Denzel obviously is a great player. I've played with Denzel. He's in my recruiting class at Ohio State, so I've known how great of a player he is from day one. And he had a great game. That's just one you live and you learn. You want to move on to the next progression, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So I want you to go back. I want you to go back a year from today. Joe Burrow today and Joe Burrow last year around this time. Where has been your biggest jump or your biggest improvement in the calendar year?
I think understanding defenses, understanding situational football in the NFL has gotten a lot better. And I think my checks at the line of scrimmage have really come a long way. I've just seen a lot more football now and understand what to get to against certain defenses. And, I think we're a lot better as a team. I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about our coaching staff and all the players we have. So, I think the future is really bright for us.
11 of the 16 teams in the AFC are above 500. It's really deep. Go ask Buffalo yesterday. Like if you don't go on the road and you're not buttoned up, it gets ugly fast in this league. When you look your first half, it's absolutely a success. People did not see you as a playoff team. So now you get your bye week and you go into the second half. Do you feel like, all right, tweaks? Where do you feel your offense can get better? Because bye week, remember last year, Joe, that's when Brady and the Buccaneers really popped. They were really struggling into the bye. They got 10 days off, and they were a different team. So is it tweaks, or where do you go in the second half? You feel like we got to make big improvements or small improvements?
We just have to stop turning the ball over. The biggest thing for us, we've moved the ball against everybody. We've just hurt ourselves with turnovers, fumbles, interceptions. I can do a much better job of taking care of the ball. And when I start doing that, and when we start doing that as an offense, we've moved the ball against everybody. I think it'll be a good bye week just to, step away from football, be a fan for a week, watch all the games across the league, see how people win, see how people lose. Sometimes that's what it takes. Like you said, the Bucs were 7-5 going into bye week last year, and you saw what they did the last half and going into the playoffs. So everything is in front of us. We're excited about where we're at. Obviously, the last 2 weeks were disappointing, but we still got everything on the table for us.
Yeah. Was there when you look at Cleveland's game plan, did they show you things you hadn't seen at this point in your career? When you go to that line of scrimmage, especially against rivals where you see them twice a year, you play the Browns several times, anything you didn't expect, or is it just a matter of efficiency, making plays work? Are you fooled less, surprised less today than 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely fooled less. I would say, if you look at that game, we played poorly, but it only came down to maybe 5 or 6 plays where, we made mistakes and they capitalized on them. Sometimes, if Denzel tips a ball on a slant, it might go in the dirt. Yesterday, it turned out to be an interception for them, and then they score a touchdown. So those mistakes that we had, you got to give them credit. They capitalized on them and made big plays. And then we just, we weren't able to come back from that. So that's why I'm saying you got to be better, limit the turnovers, and play on schedule.
When Jamar Chase has a drop or it doesn't go right, how do you ensure? Because, listen, man, this game's emotional. It can get into your head. Right now, Patrick Mahomes, he's a little lost, not quite the zip, not quite the confidence. This is a hard game physically and mentally. How do you ensure? Do you pep talk it? If a guy has a drop in a game, do you go and talk about it? Or do you let him be in his own space? How do you manage that?
Yeah, I think you have to understand the player that you're dealing with. With Jamar, I know the kind of player he is. I know the kind of guy he is. I don't say anything to him. But, as a leader, that comes with the territory of knowing each and every one of your receivers and each and every one of the players on your team individually. So, hey, this guy had a drop. I got to go talk to him. I got to go say something. Or this guy had a drop. I don't have to say anything to him. I know he's going to be fine. So that just comes with being a leader and understanding your guys.
Yeah. Finally, my daughter went to a Baltimore Ravens game and had the pleasure to sit next to Joe's family and his mother. And my daughter was so blown away by how cool the family was. And there is a picture of your beautiful mother and my adorable daughter. And I will tell you this. You can tell a lot about a son from the parents, and my daughter just kept going on. Oh, they are so sweet. They're so supportive and nice. And what I told him, Joe? I said, tell her if I've ever said anything bad about Joe, I apologize. I got nervous.
Well, my dad and I, during quarantine, we used to watch your show all the time. I would get my workouts done in the morning. You were on at 12 o'clock Eastern time. I'd come home, not a lot to do, not a lot on it. 12 Eastern on a Wednesday. So we'd sit down and watch your show.
Well, I appreciate that. Great family. Enjoy the bye week. Watch football like the rest of America, my friend, and better days ahead. Great seeing you.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Joe Burrow. He's a great kid. Bye. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.